these attacks are not about saving money for the federal government. We need to call it out for what it is. It's an attack on working people. It's a looting of public resources and a public good. At MIT, a lot of our research is funded by federal grants and from these federal research agencies such as the NIH. These funding cuts and hiring freezes are a direct threat and devastating blow to the academic industry. Due to cuts on these costs, now people have to buckle down and say, okay, what is absolutely critically necessary? And that's not always going to be in the interest of the worker.
MIT just had a hiring freeze for all non-essential employees. But our lab works on understanding vaccines and trying to design vaccines that are universal so that we don't have to get a new vaccine every year, for influenza or for COVID. And this research is really important. We need vaccines that can protect us from the pandemic that we all saw just a few years ago. Already the impact was so devastating. Right before the vaccines came out, millions of people died. I mean, it was just mass deaths across the country. Vaccines save lives, but it takes money and it takes the people putting in the time and effort doing this work.
What you are seeing today is a collective resistance of educators in higher ed standing up and fighting back against the draconian cuts that have just been handed down. I think the impacts are devastating. People are losing their jobs. Students are losing access to the education that they deserve. Public education is the foundation of democracy. An educated society is the foundation of the common good. I think it's the billionaire class that is trying to dismantle and destroy the working class. And I do think it's that simple.
There was a recent letter from the Department of Education that's trying to cut all programs that have anything to do with race. So that's financial aid, that's scholarships, that's affinity groups on campuses. There's an element to it of trying to divide and conquer us. It's all for the sake of the billionaires. We're in a long tradition of folks who resist things like this, things that we're seeing right now. And so that keeps us going. So yeah, we're not gonna back down. In fact, we're gonna win.
Working people in this country have fought for their unions and the protections that we currently all have, and we're not just going to sit down and take it as the federal government is trying to root that from people.
Take your hands off our research, our healthcare, our jobs. We are more organized than ever. 40% of grad workers are in unions, and we will continue to fight until we can continue to do the research that benefits our entire country. So we won't stand down.
The workers united will never be defeated. History has shown us time and time again that when we stand in solidarity and fight for the common good, we win.